Isabelle and the Meadow of Wishes. Written by Lizzie J. Gamble and John Thorne. Copyrighted. Isabelle was busy this morning in her beautiful sunroom, tending to some boxed garden herbs and spices she used for cooking. She looked around the room and thought about how she could really use a bigger space for all her things. It seemed as though there wasn't quite enough room for all she wished there to be. She went on inside and began to throw more wood into the fire. Looking at her pile of wood, she decided it would be best to gather more before the weather turned. Off she went, all bundled up with her pink magic mittens and wand, wearing a silly little earmuff that made her giggle. She reached the forest and saw that a part of the forest had no snow. "That's odd, Wand. Why do you suppose that meadow has no snow on it?" Isabelle spoke as she wrapped the scarf a little tighter from the bitter wind. "Well, there is only one explanation. It must be magic." Wand smiled. "Ah, yes, I guess so, but what kind, I wonder. Let's go have a look." Isabelle liked the idea of not having to walk through the deep snow anymore. Off they went and saw that the meadow seemed to glow a pale green. "I hope it's good magic, Wand. I have never seen this before." Evil 1 and 2 were shivering on the other side of the meadow and hadn't even noticed Isabelle as they were busy gathering twigs and branches to take back to Blue Wolf Wizard's fireplace. They didn't even see that Isabelle had a nice neat pile of dried wood hidden underneath the white tarp. Blue Wolf Wizard despised the cold, even if he was blue. He stood in front of his ambers in the fireplace, shivering, and looked at Kendall. "By the time those two dinglings get back here, we will be popsicles." Kendall agreed. "Well, I suppose I better go out there and help them. Remind me why I have henchmen when they don't do anything I need in a timely manner?" Blue Wolf was annoyed and grabbed his scarf and mitts. The Bull Wolf Wizard didn't like getting his paws wet unless it was for a warm bath. Kendall giggled at the question and shrugged his shoulders. Isabelle held Wand close to her as she took her first step onto the long grass with beautiful flowers scattered all around. The temperature suddenly changed. Isabelle felt overdressed and quickly loosened her coat and scarf. The gentle breeze moved along the long grass, and it looked like it was dancing. "Listen, Isabelle, do you hear that?" Isabelle stopped walking to hear what Wand was listening to. "Wish, wish, wish." The grass was chiming and repeating the word wish. "How very odd. Do you suppose this is a wishing meadow? I should make a wish." Isabelle was excited. Isabelle closed her eyes and made a wish. Wand did too. The Blue Wolf Wizard ran into Evil 1 and 2. "Whatever is taking you so long? I need—" "Shh!" Evil 1 pointed to the meadow where Isabelle was. "Well, well, looks like we hit the jackpot, boys. Let's wait until Isabelle leaves so we can make wishes too. The first one, no more of this cold weather." Blue Wolf rubbed his mitts together. Isabelle and Wand walked to the other side, picked up the wood, and made their way back home. Blue Wolf stepped onto the meadow and looked around. "You know, I should just put my house here instead. It's already warm." The wizard closed his eyes and began to wish. The next morning, Isabelle went into her sunroom to see if her wish for a bigger space had come true. To her disappointment, it was the same. Perhaps it just takes time, she thought. Isabelle decided to help move things along by throwing out some things she didn't use anymore. Blue Wolf Wizard and his crew fell asleep in the meadow that night, waiting for his house to be moved. Isabelle cleaned, scrubbed, and moved her things all around. When it was done, she looked upon the space and realized there was plenty of room after all. Isabelle came into the kitchen smiling. "You both must see the sunroom. I made it so there is space for all our things and everything fits perfectly." Isabelle put apron and took wand with her to the sunroom. Look! The room was cleaned and everything fit properly. It was as if the meadow's wish had come true. Blue Wolf Wizard stood in the meadow and kicked the grass. "This is not a wishing meadow. I have been tricked. My house is still not here, and we waited all night." Evil 1 and 2 looked at the meadow. "But it is warm." The Blue Wolf Wizard rolled his eyes at them and decided to go back to his house, which was probably freezing. As soon as he stepped out into the snow, he realized that Evil 1 and 2 were right. "I think I will have you move my house here for the rest of the winter. So, you better get started, because it's going to take you a while." He sat back down on the grass. "Sir, we can't move the house. It's too big and too heavy," Evil 1 and 2 said. "In that case, we better just go get some wood so I can have a fire when we get back, because I'm not helping." Blue Wolf Wizard did not like working. Isabelle sat in her sunroom and felt proud of herself. Isabelle figured that the meadow didn't give her a wish exactly, but it did help her realize that she could have what she asked for if she believed in herself. Isabelle hopes that you will believe in yourself and your dreams too. The more you believe in you, the more you create your own magic. The end. Find other fun books from Isabelle the Piggy Witch on Amazon and other online retailers. I hope you enjoyed this book.